Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back to a brand new Call of Duty video on the channel. This one is going to be a best class setup for the M4A1. I think it's the new meta. It was like the old meta back in sort of Season 1 during the Modern Warfare season. It's kind of back now. It was always a consistent and reliable weapon, but obviously now you guys know that the new meta is sort of Cold War weapons. All the Cold War weapons are on the map, and a lot of people are customizing those now to try be the best they can be in Call of Duty Warzone. So it's unusual that a Modern Warfare weapon is now what feels like kind of broken. I'm not claiming this is the best gun right now, but it is definitely reliable. The M4 has always been reliable and consistent. This is honestly a great weapon for short to medium range. And before you go skipping into the video to actually find, oh, this is the class setup, I'm going to leave the video then. I do have a couple of things to explain. There's 2 or 3 variations to this class setup that I want to go through. And it all depends on your play style. If you're the one to play long distance fights or if you're going for short range fights, there's 2 different ways definitely that you can customize this weapon. If you go on to enjoy the video and use this class setup, make sure to drop a like, and for future Warzone videos, make sure you do subscribe. I'm going to keep it short and sweet by just going into this, showing a few clips as well. I know a lot of people on YouTube go through a whole gameplay after it as well, but I know you guys are just looking this up to get right back into the game and try it out. So yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, to kick things off, I'm going to say that if you do have a M4 variant that you're comfortable with the iron sights, do select it. You can use iron sights on this class or not, and I'm going to come back to all that in just a second. But for this example, it's the M4A1, remember, from Modern Warfare. It's not the M4 variant from Cold War. I have a couple of these variants, and I just pick on the X or K right here. So we're going to go ahead and take everything off and start with a clean slate and kick things off then with the muzzle. So the main thing here with the muzzle is we're going to use the monolithic suppressor simply because of the damage range. This allows us in situations where we have to fight medium to long. This weapon holds up well. If you don't have that unlocked, I would say just to pick something with recoil stabilization mainly. It's going to have a few downsides. As you guys can see, the aim down sight speed is slightly slower, but we sort of buff that in a later attachment. Then moving on to the barrel, the main thing that you want to use this one for is once again the damage range, but mainly the bullet velocity. Bullets fire really quick out of this class setup, and that's why you pick it. It almost acts like an SMG, but for this we're going to click the stock M16 Grenadier. Or Grenadier, whatever way you pronounce it. I know in a lot of custom classes you would use a laser, but not on this class. We're going to move on to the barrel. Now you start off really, if you're only upgrading this weapon, the Commando foregrip is great. They sort of gave that a buff a while ago to balance some weapons because other people were using the Merc foregrip and the Ranger foregrip and even the Operator foregrip. But the main thing you want to use this for is recoil control and aiming stability. That is the main thing. I mean, if you're going to use the iron sights, you do need an underbarrel on this. I cannot stress that enough. I go with the Ranger foregrip. I just think it's slightly better than the Operator foregrip. Obviously it's Warzone, so when it comes to ammunition, we're going to have big mags on it. You can go with 50 or 60. I nearly always go 50 just to make us a tiny bit more lightweight than we would with 60. But when it comes to sort of camping on buildings and playing really long range fights, I always go with 60. But either way, I mean, if you don't hit the first 50 bullets, what's the chance you're going to hit the last 10? Moving on then to rear grip. You got 2 options, it's the rubberized or it's the stripled. Here's where we make up our aim down sight speed. It's the stripled grip tape. It knocks down the aim and stability a tiny bit, but we already have that buffed in a couple of the other attachments. As I said though, if you are not comfortable with these iron sights, the most popular sight right now to use is the VLK 3x OPTIC. All that's left to do now is pimp out our weapon. I have this gold from back in Modern Warfare. I also like the red tiger on it. I think it's just so slick. My best advice is to use this with a sniper because it can handle short to medium range. It fires just as fast nearly as most SMGs, but if you're using it strictly for long range fights and having the 3x on it, pop an SMG on it and go from there. And yeah, that is pretty much the class setup. This absolutely shreds armor. The bullet velocity is just crazy on it. As I said, it fires just as fast as some SMGs. And honestly, I think you're going to have a lot of fun with this weapon. And especially if you're starting out Warzone, I gave some alternatives there that are sort of a lower level. I'd say rush this weapon rank up as fast as you can. So yeah, without further ado, I am going to leave the video here. I hope you all did enjoy. We got a advanced Warzone tips video coming tomorrow. We already released a beginner's Warzone tips for those just getting into the game. If that sounds like something you would enjoy and you're not subscribed, make sure you do so you can catch that video tomorrow. And yeah, peace out. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all in another video very, very soon.